Alright, you guys, now I would not say this is an official source, but this happens to be one of the sources that I have found when it comes down to the guillotines. Alright, they call them smart guillotines. The FEMA smart guillotines placed in FEMA internment camps. Alright, and just for reference, that's what they look like. I think they're made in China. Alright. Like I said, I would not call this an official overall source for information, but this is one of the sources that I have found. A United States Air Force C-17 cargo plane arrived at Andrews Air Force Base loaded with crates of smart guillotines, says a White House insider speaking under condition of anonymity. The technology advanced guillotines, he said, are being manufactured in Beijing before being flown exclusively to U.S. air bases. Then the military distributes the guillotines to FEMA camps nationwide. He said the Smart Guillotines project was commissioned in 2011 at the request of a former President Barack Hussein Obama, that fucking cunt, who had hoped during his term to declare martial law and use the deadly apparatus against patriots and freedom fighters that challenged his one world government agenda. The guillotine, he added, is the ideal method of execution for instilling fear among the masses. The guillotine gained popularity during the French Revolution. The device consists of a tall, upright frame in which a weighted angle blade is raised to the top and suspended. The condemned person is secure with stocks at the bottom of the frame, positioning the neck directly below the blade. It falls down. The smart guillotine retains basic design while adding several scientific advancements. For example, the headrest has motion sensors and pressure plates that detect the presence of a human neck. No operator is needed. A computer drops and retracts a razor-sharp weighted titanium blade, which our source said can sever several hundred heads per sharpening. All right. If a person resists, arm and leg restraints spring forth from recessed compartments, rendering the victim immobile. Moreover, the smart guillotine employ biometric scanning, including facial recognition technology, to exonerate persons mistakenly placed on the guillotine for execution. The deep state, and by association FEMA, recognized that some of its own people's heads might accidentally wind up on the chopping block. They had to devise a way to stop the blade from lobbing off friendly heads. So when a person is face down waiting for the blade to fall, the computer scans the face and the iris. If it matches a friendly face stored in the database, the blade won't fall and the person is set free, our sources said. Now, like I said, now this is not an official source. This happens to be one of the sources that I have found information on this. After Obama left office, FEMA and the Department of Homeland Security kept the Smart Guillotine project alive, using slush funds and black project money to fund 3,000 of the villainous devices. each which reportedly cost $17 million. Think about this. Our sweat equity, our earnings of our labor that we fucking worked for, that's stolen from us in tax dollars, in the form of tax dollars, $17 million per guillotine was bought. Now, like I said, I've seen other sources on different information to do when it comes down to what FEMA has bought. When it comes down to what type of monies that they spent, monies on guillotines and hydrogen cyanide. What do you think FEMA needs with guillotines and hydrogen cyanide? Like, lots of it. All right. FEMA ordered them from the Chinese. Our source added because the agency felt guilty about using made in America products to execute Americans. In addition, the Chinese version are less costly. Yeah, I can imagine what American-made guillotines would cost. Andrew Air Force Base shipment over 500 smart guillotines was distributed by rail to FEMA Zone 6 in area encompassing Texas, New Mexico, Louisiana, Oklahoma, Belgrade, and Arkansas. Primarily red states likely to resist a declaration of martial law or a military insurrection against the American people. FEMA's main focus is on Texas. All eyes on Texas, y'all. If there's going to be a public insurrection, they know the battle lines will be drawn in Texas. They know the patriot community is thick in Texas. That's why Texas is receiving more of these smart guillotines than any other state. FEMA's first strike will occur in Texas, our sources say. Alright, 500 units were sent to FEMA camps near Austin. A New World Order shock training facility in Waco, and FEMA internment camps discussed as a water treatment facility in Carlton? I guess how you say that. All states of them but Texas, all of them but Texas got the majority right now, our sources say. If all information is accurate, the deep state in FEMA and its agents of evil is expediting plans to herd humans into internment camps. The acquisition of smart guillotines is a portent of deep state hatred of the America and the American people, and the document, the Constitution, our freedom, our forefathers authored to protect us from the wicked machinations of very government we elected into office. Now, like I said, this just happens to be one source. I would suggest doing some research. There's a lot of stuff out there. I mean, honestly, I have seen documents from FEMA and DHS documents that shows purchases of numbers in purchases of guillotines and hydrogen cyanide. But that was acquired through Freedom of Information Act. That somebody else that I know got that. I don't have those documents, but I've seen other sources and other information out there. I'm just happen to showing you one of the sources that I have found right off the bat. And like I said, people, you just need to do your own damn research. You need to get out there and actually educate yourself, find out what's going on. The truth is out there. All you got to do is look for it. 1122 Wingnut, back out.